What's up YouTube? Here's another installment of buying electronics on eBay and trying to flip them. This is a Sony SLV-D360P, a DVD player, and a VCR. The description was that it accepts and rejects tapes. However, we'll find out that's not entirely the case. I won't put the seller on blast for that, but in the condition that I found it in when I opened it, there's no way it would accept and reject a tape. I don't think it was a case of poor packaging either. It wasn't packaged great, but the condition that it was in when I opened it up, I don't think it would have resulted from poor packaging. So this pinch roller here, I wrapped it up in plastic because there's a small retaining ring that I didn't want to lose. So I put that in there. That is not how it came, but the pinch roller and this retaining ring were loose inside the device when I got it. The pinch roller should go on this shaft right here, and the retaining ring keeps it in place. I'll package that back up so I don't lose anything. And then we'll address the next item that was not where it was supposed to be. That is the loading motor. It's just loose in here. Without this secured, it's definitely not going to accept and reject tapes. This is what it physically pulls the tape in. So I'll just set that aside for now, and I'll go ahead and clean this unit, wipe it down, get all the dust. It's pretty dusty. There's some animal hair, I think, as well, maybe dog hair or something. So we're just going to speed through this, but wiped all the surfaces down, and I also had a nylon brush that I dusted everything inside so that it was nice and clean. And of course, as per usual, this auto cleaning head foam is just gunky and gross. Just tear these out if you have a VCR in good working order. Pop it out, pull it, and just throw it away. Here's a shot of what it looked like before, and here's after cleaning and dusting it down. So I'll address the loading motor first. I looked in my box of screws here and found one that had the correct threads and was just the correct depth to mount this thing. So slipped it back into place, made sure the gear's aligned, and tightened it down. Seems secure. I don't think it's going to go anywhere. Maybe I'll put some Loctite on it, but I don't think it's really necessary. I don't think it fell off during shipping. I think someone tried to fix it before me and had no clue what they were doing. Next, I'm going to strip down this unit, take it apart, pull the VHS deck out, check the mode switch, clean that out, grease it, see if it's all working properly. Then I'll address the DVD player as well, take that out, clean it, grease it up, make this thing, well, not as good as new, but definitely refreshed. We'll use that term. To get the deck out as well as the DVD player, you need to take off the faceplate here. It's held in with these tabs. You need to pry up and just have them overcome the little retaining notch. There's some on the bottom side too. I like trying to get the first couple on the top off, and then I slide the deck off on the table a little bit and pull the bottom ones out. With the faceplate removed, and I take off this little support bar here, I noticed that the loading tray is askew. It's not straight here, so something went wrong. Someone probably shoved a tape in, got frustrated with this thing because it does not slide back and forth smoothly. I used some force and popped this back into place. Okay, final step of getting this deck out, taking the screws out. There's multiple screws. Really depends on what model you have, but there's going to be a number of them, so once you remove them all, most decks should just come out. The later models, the ones that got at the tail end of VCR production, a lot of them were just soldered in. These ribbon cables were just soldered straight to the board, so those don't pull out really as easily, and you can't access the mode switch as easily. Here's the mode switch itself. I was messing with this and just seeing how it operated. It's not the conventional mode switch with the metal fingers on the plastic cap. This is, I only really have seen this different design in the Sony units. It's more of kind of like a typewriter, I'd call it. As it rotates, it pushes down different fingers with these little nubs. They kind of look like braille. And I have this little tool here. I'm trying to pry these tabs back and gently pull this out. It's going to be hard to find parts for anything if you break these, so using the right amount of force is always recommended. Pulling this in closer to the camera, these fingers are more like typewriter-ish style. They get pushed down and they make contact with the plate beneath them. This little plastic intermediary piece helps push those fingers down when the bumps run across it. I'm spraying some contact cleaner here. These normally don't get too corroded, but it's nice to give those a little spray. This is WD-40's contact cleaner, not the lubricant, but specifically the contact cleaner from WD-40. And I'm just gently actuating each finger and pushing those down and letting the cleaner sit there for a while and clean out any oxidation or gunk that may have gotten in there. Now I'm grabbing the Super Lube multi-purpose synthetic grease. I like this stuff. It's dielectric. It's compatible with most plastics. And I just kind of glob it in there. This will let the switch run smoothly as well as keep any oxidation from forming and preventing good contact. I'll also apply a little bit of grease to the underside here, making sure everything's going to glide over smoothly. Now for reassembling this little plastic piece goes in there. Make sure it's in there the way it came out. There is a correct face up, and I don't think this lets you assemble it unless it's correctly faced up anyway. And then even pressure, pushing down on this, making sure it's seated properly. And then spinning it a few times, making sure everything's distributed evenly. Now I'll look at the belt. The belt's pretty springy still. It's got good snapback, so this doesn't really need to be replaced, but it can be refreshed a little bit, grabbing some acetone and a rag. Just dampen the rag a little bit with the acetone and then run the belt through a number of times. And once it stops leaving a significant black streak on the rag, you can stop. That should sufficiently clean and recondition this belt. Now it's on to the pulleys the belt rides on. I'm taking some isopropyl alcohol and cleaning the inside of each pulley. And if you've made it this far, I'd really appreciate it if you'd like and subscribe if you want to see more videos similar to this one. Now slipping the belt back onto the pulleys, being careful not to pick up any of the grease that's on the underside here. You just clean the belt, so you don't want to have it get dirty again and have to re-clean it. Making sure everything spins properly with the belt reconnected. And now to install the deck back into the unit, making sure that this mode switch aligns with the hole on the bottom gear. That hole right there that I'm pointing to. And when you're dropping this back in, just try to carefully realign the pins that guide it back in. Some decks make connections on the bottom side when you slide it in. If you do slide one of those in and you find that the picture quality or something's not working right, pick up the deck and put it back in and probably just made a bad connection. This one I don't believe has any of those. These are all ribbon cables that connect to the motor and the heads and the audio pickup. Only thing that's left now is to reconnect the ribbon cables and give this VCR a test run. Actually, I forgot you need to clean the pinch roller, so I have that rag and acetone again, and I'm wiping down the pinch roller. It's easier since the pinch roller was already fell off of this unit, so just wiping it down by hand. When installing it, there is a plastic inside and a metal side. I took a look at another unit that I had after installing this. I found out that the plastic side was down, and I guess that makes some sense, so the pinch roller just rides on the plastic instead of metal on metal. So I flipped that around after I installed it, after I made this video. So make sure that plastic side goes down so that there's a plastic bushing on the metal surface as it rides. And now putting in a test tape. If everything's cleaned and it goes well, should play just fine. So it looks like it pulled the tape out. It's playing forward just fine. Now I'm flipping through the different functions, so fast forward, rewind, stop, play, eject, making sure that all of the buttons do what they should be doing. One of the next videos that I'll put out, the buttons did not do what they were supposed to do, so I had to take the whole unit apart and see what was up, but you'll have to watch that video to see exactly what the solution was there. Now, with the VCR side sorted out, I'm moving on to the DVD player, removing the mounting screws here. And then pulling off this cover here that holds the disc clamp. There's two tabs on either side that hold this down, so I'm prying those gently away to release it. And that exposes the laser eye. Here I'm taking some isopropyl on a cotton swab and very gently wiping the laser eye as I rotate the cotton swab, picking up any dirt or dust that's settled. Now just a general wipe down, dusting, cleaning of the deck here. And I also wipe the spindle motor as well. Now to take this deck out, there's this little pad here that I'm going to dab some solder on. The solder is going to create a short and help prevent damage from static electricity. I don't think this is necessary for 100% of the DVD units out there, but I'm going to do it on this one since this pad is easily accessible. To pull this unit out, there's just two ribbon cables to the main board. And to open this, there's little slide bars that you need to push all the way to the side. That'll just pop the tray out and you can slide it the rest of the way. And I'll speed through a quick dusting and cleaning of the rails and a few other parts of the system, and then add back in some grease so that everything moves smoothly, there's no binding. Here I'm putting grease on the tray itself. Now I'll take this belt off. This belt opens and closes the DVD tray. It's still fairly springy, so I'll just wipe it down with some acetone and put it back in. Now with the entire tray reassembled, I'll plug it back into the main board. After I dropped it in, I realized I never took away that bit of solder, so wiping it away now. Okay, so now the final reassembly, popping this cover back on. Powering the unit on, making sure everything still works the same, making sure it opens and closes. I didn't test the DVD on camera, but it does indeed still work. This unit didn't have an issue with the DVD player to begin with. The remote that came with this unit had some corrosion from batteries that had leaked inside. I tried cleaning out the best I could and none of that worked, but what did work is adding some flux to these 3 solder joints and remelting them and then cleaning that out with some isopropyl alcohol. So if you have a remote that is not functioning, it's worth checking the connections, maybe remelting a few and seeing if you can repair the remote. So yeah, that's the end of this video. Thanks for watching. If you've had any difficult repairs, let me know in the comments. See ya.